What's up, fight fans? It's Ash's Corner. Shout out to the LDBC early in the AM this Saturday morning. Alright. Now I'm going to talk about this fight for the last time. I'm going to give my prediction on the fight. Say what I have to say about it. Okay? Anthony Yarde versus Sergio Kovalev. That fight is going to be happening at 12 p.m. Not midnight, not 12 a.m., 12 p.m. I believe that's when the card starts. Okay, so that's early. So I'm gonna get this video over real quick. Alright, check it. The keys to victory for Anthony Yarde. Okay. It's a few people riding with Anthony Yarde, bunch of people not riding with him for. I listed the reasons why Kovalev would be looking at Anthony Yarde as a young cub, like he called him, and underestimating him, or why the fans is saying that Anthony Yarde is going to get knocked out. I listed those reasons in my other video, so I very well understand it. Given the situation, if I didn't know who either of these fighters was, I would say Kovalev would win because of the same reasons. But I'm picking Yarde not because he's black. I'm not picking him because I don't like Kovalev. I'm picking Yarde because he honestly has the skills to beat Kovalev, in my opinion. That's honestly what I think. Anthony Yarde has a great body attack. If he gets in and close the gap on Kovalev needs space to operate. It seems he moves with every punch. He needs space to create all of that. If he smother him and fight on the inside, because Anthony Yarde is a good inside fighter and he's a good body puncher, he can upset Kovalev. Kovalev don't have the best win. I believe Anthony Yarde being the younger, I haven't seen him, get tired, but I haven't seen him in a 12-round fight either. I believe he has more gas than Kovalev. He has more gas in the tank. Anthony Yarde needs to stay with a high guard this fight. He needs to keep his hands up, I would say. He needs to keep his hands up this fight. At times in the fight, when he's not close to Kovalev, he needs to move with him. Like water, do not stand there and throw up that shoulder roll. Because I don't think it's going to work in this fight. Like I said, for a couple of reasons. I don't believe he does it all the way correct. But it's been good enough for him so far. But this is a title shot, and I believe he does use the high guard. Sometimes just mostly when he's working out and like for his workouts and shit like that, if that makes sense. You can see him using a high guard against that big dude that he goes to the body on, because he swings fire at his motherfucking head with those pads on, and he has to use a high guard sometimes for that. So he needs to utilize that for this fight. I believe he has to be able to counter Kovalev. Kovalev isn't that type of guy that's content with standing there and looking at you and waiting to counter you. He doesn't counter. He's going to be the person initiating this fight. For the first 3 or 4 rounds, Anthony Yarde needs to be on his A game. I believe Kovalev is going to go in this fight trying to knock him out within the first 3 rounds. And if he can weather that storm, I believe a lot of questions will be answered in this fight. As far as can Yarde take a hit? Is Yarde a strong puncher? Can Yarde box? Does he have good feet? Can he move his head? Is his defense up to par? All of those questions is going to be answered, I believe. If he could get through 4 or 5, he can get through 5 rounds with Kovalev, we're going to have some answers. Might not have a lot of answers, but we're going to have some answers. I said it before that, and I said this about a lot of fighters. Hell, I got to give fighters respect when I'm wrong. But honestly, I said again, even if Yarde loses this fight, it's still going to be some questions answered. And I believe those questions are going to be positive, and people are going to have to put just a tiny bit of respect on this guy's name. Everybody is claiming he's going to get knocked out. Kovalev dropped Andre Ward, I believe, the first fight in the 2nd round, and didn't drop him again. And Andre Ward won that fight. Okay? Didn't drop him again. And during that fight, Andre Ward was stunning Kovalev. In my honest opinion, Yarde probably hit harder than Ward. I know that probably made somebody mad, but hey, it's my opinion. He probably hits harder than him. Now the question is his chin is Yarde's chin on Andre Ward's level? Or is it worse? You understand what I'm saying? He got dropped once in the fight in the second round. He got dropped once and then went the rest of the 12 and beat out. That's what he did. This is an older Kovalev fighting a younger fighter. That got speed and pop as well. I honestly think this is going to be a very entertaining and telling fight. I believe my opinion hasn't changed. I believe I believe Kovalev will win this fight on points. If this goes 12 in his backyard, it goes 12, he wins. But I just don't. Kovalev do have the power. He do have the ability to stop Anthony Yarde. But I'm standing on what I'm standing on, and I think Anthony Yarde has what it takes to beat Kovalev and stop him. So that's what I'm going with. And Yarde needs to utilize the clinch. Utilize that clinch like Anthony Ward. Yo, go back and look at that Ward versus Kovalev, the first fight. Use that clinch like Andre Ward did. Use the clinch when you need to use it. Now, all of this is veteran moves or whatnot. Hopefully somebody taught Yarde a couple things, because I know Kovalev going to use every trick for being a vet, for being in the game so long in boxing. I know he's going to pull out all the stops, but I really hope this is going to be a clean fight though. If Anthony Yarde can take away the jab, everybody talks about the 1-2 and the jab. Kovalev do have a great 1-2, and he does have a good jab, all right? This is not a Kovalev hate video. I dislike Kovalev. I don't hate a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? This hate is taking it real far. You know what I'm saying? But I dislike Kovalev as far as, how he acts outside the ring. Him as a fighter is okay, but he just as soft to the body as Keith Thurman. Probably even worse. You know what I'm saying? So, knowing that, I know that Anthony Yarde got popped. And, how hard is it to hit the body? If you ever fought somebody, it's harder to hit somebody in the head than it is to hit them in their body. So, I know what's going to happen. Anthony Yarde is a good counter puncher. If you watch him in his fights, he do have a good overhand right. His left hook is great also. He knocks people off the left. He knocked people out off his left hook. He stops people off his straight right. The man can counter, like I said. And we're just going to have to see if Anthony Yarde is durable. Is he durable? Can he take those shots? Ask yourself, though, if Anthony Yarde takes Kovalev's best punch like Andy Ruiz took AJ's best punch after he got up, he's still starting. He only got a 10-fight amateur career. The man could be special, all right? He can be special. But if he stops that jab or that 1-2, gets in the side, get to the body, Kovalev got a fight on his hands, man. He has a fight on his hands. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.